Don't expect much yet. We're just getting everything set up. Hopefully, if you remember last week, or last month, I guess. It was last month. Time flies weird. Stream was not running good at first, and we almost ran very late. So hopefully that's not happening, because we're going to have about an hour to discuss everything. If you're here, thank you for being here, and we'll get the ball rolling fairly shortly here. About T-minus 4 minutes from when we start. You know how it goes. everybody, hope you're all here. I am 2 minutes behind because of a very silly reason, but I had to prove to someone what color ominous was. We'll be right on in just a second. I just gotta throw on his shirts, and we'll be grooving and moving. Probably grab me a drink too. I'll be talking here for a bit. Sharing the link out to a couple of pages real quick. Saying we're live. What, Bella? We can't do anything yet. I gotta go do stuff. Oh, yeah? Look at that. Look at that. No, I don't think it's Extreme Robots Brentwood anymore, so I should probably fix the whiteboard. There we go. All right. Think we're about actually ready to go here. There we go. Hello, everybody. Looks like my frame rate's still going good. Looks like everything's still going pretty good. as I scoot over a little bit here, trying to get all situated for an hour of talking robots here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Combot Collective. Bring everything you want to know from the world of robot combat, from the heavyweight class to the flyweight class, from battle bots to the live circuit. You know the drill. I am your live stream host, Sterling Brown, here today. Hoping you're all having a wonderful morning. Hopefully you're getting your coffee or breakfast right now. I got up at 6:33, so I'm still pretty fresh out of the oven. I feel the grit in my eyes. I haven't been able to take a shower yet or anything like that. I got one late last night, so I have that going for me, but I digress. It is a big weekend, guys. It's that time of the summer once again. We covered it last year. We're back covering it again this year. It is NHRL June. It's time for the big summer event. 2 days of robot combat action, which means I don't have to write as much down today, so that's going to be a bit of a relief. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I have a Breakfast of Champions right here, a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. If you know me, I'm usually a Buble guy, but today's all about the Mountain Dew because I'm out of Buble, and I need some energy. So it's time for some of this. It's the only soda I drink. Only time it ever comes out is like once a month, so. Or I should say 1 month a year, but I digress. Let's talk some robots here. It's a very big event. Let's go ahead and jump into what my opinion is, my favorite title, my favorite. I'll figure out how to talk along the way, I promise. Let's see what we got here. In fact, now let's go to our main overlay here. Oh no. Make sure everything's capturing right. Uh-oh. There we go. Just making sure everything's capturing right. Live today on the 24th down here in Texas. We were looking a little bit at what we were discussing, what I was getting ready to discuss before this live stream over in the June NHRL channel. There we can see I promoted some of the stream. And when I was looking in earlier, that is last year. Where are we at here? Over here doing a full head turn. Looking at some of the robots that were pulling in, getting ready for today. I saw one guy was having some trouble making it to safety. Hopefully he figured it out. All right. Is that Bugsby? Do we have a Bugsby coming into the box? I know Team Honeycrack was bringing something called Happy Meal to this event this month, so I don't know if that's it or not. Very intrigued to see that. You have anyone chilling here in the chat right now? 3 viewers. That's what we like to see. Going through everything here. The legend himself made some posts about robots that were there. There we go. Let's take a look at some of these bad boys. Some of these robots which are currently, already got their pictures taken for the event this weekend. Machines that have already showed up. If loading's going to be like this, I won't make y'all sit here and look at the screen. But, I was looking at these in bed right when I got up, seeing, what's coming around, what action we have today. And obviously in this picture here, we see front and center Billy. We'll be talking a little bit about Billy later on in the stream. Some various other robots from Team Jackrabbit and the like. Looks like over here we have Positively Hysterical, looking a lot more serious than we have seen in the events past. I'll go ahead and try to let this one load because I'm always excited about this one. Positively Hysterical is an awesome robot, 100%. Probably my favorite robot, new robot from NHRL this season. May not be the most competitively efficient, though it did win an event last month. Win in a fight last month, I'm sorry. It's just such a fun design. We saw the paw stamp in its first event. Then we saw the double hammers in the second event. Then we saw the trans rights bouquet, the bouquet of brutality in the third event. Looks like there we go. Just about to give up on it. A little bit more serious this time. It's not pink and white. It's not all here for fun. It's got the pretty cat face still. It's got some big legs still. But look at that overhead saw arm on Positively Hysterical. Looks like the kitty's trying to give a little bit more scratch this time. I'm super excited about that. Hopefully their fight can make stream. Speaking of the stream, it should be starting in less than an hour, so hopefully We can relay to you guys everything we want to before we get things kicked off. There's Stoneforge, some other very unique robots which are signed up. We got Vorion here in this corner, kind of hard to see. Coming from Bone Dead Robotics, it's built a lot like Phenomenon. Phenomenon also here. They've already qualified for the finals, but they're trying to get more reps under their belt, trying to get a golden bolt, golden dumpster, I should say. Too many Robot Combat events, getting them mixed up. But yes, very much like Phenomenon, 30 pounds, big wedge up front, big spinner up front, very Emulsifier-esque. Another robot we'll be talking about quite a bit during this stream. I'm a little upset Fracus wasn't here for this event. I am a huge fan of Fracus. I've seen that robot really develop a lot over the 3 events I've seen it compete in. But I guess he wants to try out this new robot out, try to get another spinner in the main competition. And I like the wedge livery at least. That looks very good. We got Caldera here as well. Some other spinning robots. Oh, we know who these two are. What am I saying? Some other spinning robots. These are 2 robots we almost had on amidst the Havoc. I'm sorry, amidst the Havoc. After the Havoc, when we were doing that last year before a bunch of technical issues got in the way. And that is Filibuster and Death by the Hit. 2 guys that are friends of the Combot Collective. And Team Chaotic Robotics and Team Penguin. Both some Midwest powerhouses. Chaotic Robotics obviously does Robot Chaos on his YouTube page, which is the best Hexbug series you can watch. And Team Penguin Robotics, I've known that guy for half a decade now. He's an awesome kid. And here's Filibuster. We also remember these 2 robots fought for the very first matchup in the stream last year. That was a fun little fight. Maybe they'll do it again. We'll look at the bracket here as well before we go ahead and kick off for today. So checking out here, yeah, Filibuster, double vertical spinner, red and blue. You gotta love how it looks. And then we got Death by the Hit right here, which is just black and red, a little bit like Positively Hysterical. This robot's just all business. Look at this beautiful machine. 2 very nasty 2-wheel drive vertical spinners right there. Doesn't look like too much else has been posted since. What's this video?
What are you doing?
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
I'm just hanging around.
Huh?
Meme. Oh my goodness.
Me?
That's pretty phenomenal. Shouts to Beetlejuice. I love that dude. There we go. I guess that's kind of all we have from the NHRL Discord right now. We have bracket matches up. I'll zoom in a little bit when we start talking about them, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now, like we always do here at the Combot Collective, I have some graphics prepared, some things that we should be talking about and build up to this NHRL event, which will be kicking off at 45 minutes, so I guess we should move kind of quick here. And we're going to kick that off with something simple here. Stories to follow. Stories to follow here at the Combot Collective during this NHRL June 2-day event. And maybe when we do these in future NHRL events, we'll be having specific stipulations and situations to talk about. But for me with this event, it's all about the contingents and forces coming in to compete in the House of Havoc and what is now the National Havoc Robot League. It's not even Norwalk Havoc anymore. It's now national, baby. There's an event happening in July. We'll be talking about that a little bit. Not one that we're going to be covering, just because it's not going to be live streamed. I'm honestly thanking my lucky stars for that, just because it's going to give me a month to not stream. That's going to be a nice little break. But I digress. Let's talk about these storylines that I'm throwing up in front of you guys right here, right now. Good morning, VBT Robotics. I just saw your message. I hope you're having an awesome day. But let's talk about what we have here. Storylines to follow. Well, we got the champions. Let me see this here. Okay, cool. Just making sure I was live still. I saw the intermission post, so I was nervous on the YouTube settings page. But here we go. My bad. Stories to follow here, and the first one's a big one. We'll be talking about this robot a lot this stream, like I mentioned. That is the champ is here. The champ is here, and, well, I mean, hey, BattleBots wasn't too hot for them this year. It wasn't too forgiving. Shatner went 1-3 in the regular season, snuck into the playoffs, had a very controversial matchup against Riptide. Still great sports. They're one of the mayors of the pits wherever they go for a reason, because they know this game, and they know this game especially in the 30-pound class, because if you remember the finals last year, it was all about Bots FC and Emulsifier. This robot tore apart Brazilian machines during its qualifier in July, tore apart just about every machine during the NHRL finals in December of last year. We kind of see everything hanging out here in the picture, the golden dumpster emulsifier itself, its mini bots. This is the original emulsifier. This is the robot which got emulsifier on BattleBots pretty much. This is going to be the first time 30-pound or any version of emulsifier has competed in 2023, and it's going to be emulsifier's first fight since we saw all of its matchups from the heavyweight version on BattleBots on Discovery. So, you know, maybe some people are going to be coming into this event with lower expectations for emulsifier just because they're so used to the 1 and 3 robot from BattleBots. And let me say, that's not the case, baby. This robot, there's a reason why this robot's where it all got started for this team. But I will say, you can expect just as fantastic fights as the 250-pound version put off. Super excited for that. But let's not bury knockoff white here. It is the original featherweight from Bots FC. It's not a direct one-to-one comparison to Shatter compared to Emulsifier, but knockoff white, still a deadly machined robot. Probably the only good full combat hammer bot slash axe bot in the small bots divisions right now. It's the only one that really delivers lethal hits, putting out lipo fires on other machines. We've seen it do it before at NHRL. We've seen it do it before at Motorama. It is a deadly, deadly robot. And when we get to my predictions later on, I almost picked Yahoo to win the 30-pound class. And I remember this robot existed, so stay tuned for that. And speaking of Yahoo, good transition there. Let's talk about the Colorado invasion. We got Team Copperhead robots coming out from left and right here. Of course, the Angry Vehicle competition, that's another event we'll be talking about a little bit during this live stream, happened last month. It is the largest event to happen in Colorado every year. Usually that event features 30-pound and 12-pound action. Didn't this year just because they didn't have the venue that they usually have, so they had to make some sacrifices. Still a good event. We still had a very solid 3-pound winner in Billy. We'll talk about that robot later. But you know, these robots, they want to fight. They're looking for another spot to rein in the combat, and they're going to get to do it at the House of Havoc at NHRL, and a lot of really solid robots here. We'll talk a little bit about Nightcrawler later, and some of the crazy 30-pounders, or even, I guess I should say, 45-pounders entering the arena during the house, the featherweight class. Brain fart there, morning brain fart. But one robot I don't have talked about anywhere else is Yahoo. Yahoo, a former NHRL event champion, former NHRL finalist. I want to say former Angry Vehicle competition winner, but I might be incorrect. It is a very deadly robot. It comes from Sunny Robotics, 4-wheel drive, deadly spinning drum, thick fuck-off wedge in the back. It is a well-oiled machine, and it's probably going to qualify for the NHRL finals before this event is over. We'll be going over our NHRL finals qualifiers up to today later on in the stream, so watch out for that. Plenty of amazing robots, though, big and small, coming out of Colorado for this event. One of them that isn't there, I will say, that I'm a little bit bummed out by, Beam. I don't believe Beam and Team Hossam has yet to compete at NHRL, but the moment they do, oh boy, that's going to be something to look forward to. Something to look out for, because Beam is a badass robot. Maybe the best horizontal spinner in the 30-pound class. We'll have to see how it goes. But talking about people that ain't been here before, oh man, this is pretty exciting. Probably the story coming into this NHRL event. I guess it's hard to say that he hasn't been there before. We have seen Ray Billings show up there to support Team Malice, to support Team Doom on You, and all of his, you know, buddies out on the West Coast. But this is the first time where Ray Billings has come out for an NHRL event to compete. This is going to be his second time competing since the hand injury, which sidelined him for a year. We saw him compete at Robo Games, of course, with Stink Eye. Had a respectable outing there. I believe he went, 2-2, 3-2 with his brand new vertical spinning heavyweight. Well, he's sticking with the vertical spinners, and we got some drums this time. Fake news and disinformation. We'll be talking a little bit about disinformation later. Fake news, another robot to watch out for. I'll be honest, when I first saw these pictures of these robots, I thought it was a 3-pounder and a 12-pounder. No, turns out this is a 12-pounder and a 30-pounder. We're looking at some chunky drum bots here. Orange and black attack. You know, when you think of Ray Billings, you think of the big bar spinners, big fuck-off weapons, but you don't think of the drums. Well, Ray Billings is going to be rocking a couple of drums for this event. That's going to be something very intriguing to see. But yeah, these are my, you know, stories to follow here, teams to follow for this big event. So we'll be going over specific robots here in a couple of minutes. But yeah, just, powerhouse from Brooklyn, powerhouse from Colorado, powerhouse from Fulton, California. Some great machines here. BattleBots talent, 2020 Final 8 team in Bots FC. This year, recently, Final 4 with Caustic Creations and Team Copperhead. Ray Billings, a former BattleBots champion in his own right. High pedigree here. Talking about BattleBots champions as well. G3 Robotics, Silent Spring, they're here as well. Ooh. We'll go over and be talking about Silent Spring and some other 3-pound robots here later as well. We're about T-minus 37 minutes away from the NHRL stream officially starting. We will go back to NHRL and cut our live stream once the fights officially begin over there. I got too many mouses in front of me. I'm grabbing the wrong mouse. We'll go ahead and get to that in a minute. Hope you guys are still having a good morning. Hope you're having a good breakfast. Oh, man. Very hoarse. Told myself I'd get to bed fairly early yesterday because I knew this live stream was going to be so early today. And I still went to bed at 1. So, go me. That was very smart. But, tell you what. Lukewarm, Mountain Dew, Baja Blast really don't hit the same. Got to admit, but it's all good. It made my mouth a little bit, like my inner throat, like a wax of Mountain Dew sticky coating. So hopefully I can still talk good. I don't know, man. Making sure my stream health was all good and we're still going live to you guys. Sorry about that. Where do we want to go from here? We'll talk about the tournament fights here in just a minute, but we're now going to go ahead and talk about other robots to watch out for before we get to my predictions and look at the finalists already qualified. But first, you know what? We got to do it here at the Combot Collective. We got to talk about our sponsor, and there's no better time to talk about it than right now. This is RobotsRuinMyLife.com, the proud sponsor for the Combot Collective. They've been awesome to us this entire BattleBots season, and the guy behind it all, Tony D'Ambrosio, is just a fantastic person in every single way. But hey, let's not talk about him. Let's talk about our ML right here. Robots Are In My Life is a merchandise provider for numerous robot combat teams and BattleBots, namely on the East Coast. Of course, we always talk about the 3 BattleBots competitors, which Robots Are In My Life is partnered with. Team Shreddit Bros, Shreddit Bro, and Omega Team's not Lil Rip. They are part of Lil Rip, don't get it twisted. But Ripperoni and Star Child. Star Child had a bit of a meh year. Hopefully we can see more out of it. Ripperoni, though, geez, just becoming the face of robot combat, hasn't it? If you like Ripperoni, this is the website for you. I mean, you can see it on the page right now. Get yourself a Ripperoni t-shirt. Get yourself a pizza pie poker chip, or even a pizza box. Look at the Ripperoni pizza box right there. That's probably my favorite Robots Ruin My Life merchandise item. I got to pick up one of my own. Ripperoni stickers. And even more, you can get P1 merchandise. You see it right there. You can get Omega Team merchandise, Robots Ruin My Life merchandise. But hey, this is NHRL weekend. You think we're not going to cover you there? You're wrong. Milk Take merchandise, Wake and Bake merchandise, the original versions of Shreddit Bro and Star Child get their merchandise, Marathon merchandise, numerous other members of the Omega Team rosters merchandise. They're all going to be there. We know Blackbird is going to be at this event, and I'm always cheering for Blackbird. We got Blackbird's piece of Blackbird hanging on the wall right behind me. We'll point that out here in a second, but not get too far away from this. NHRL shirts as well, fun branding shirts that you could just wear out in the world and have not people think, oh yeah, that's a weird robot shirt. No, man, just wear it. It's fashionable. Looks great. If you want some of this and you're broke, we are going to be doing another TCC giveaway. I'm going to announce it tomorrow or late tonight. It is going to be just like the one we did a few giveaways back for the Wake and Bake shirt. I have one more ready to be given out. We also have some stickers I'm going to mix in with that package. You know how it goes here at the Combot Collective. So stay tuned for that giveaway. It's going to be done just the same way as all of our for what was it? What's the website that we use? It's been a minute since we've done one, so it's honestly slipped my mind. But I'll give you guys the link to that tomorrow. Be sure to check that out and join our giveaway if you want a Wake and Bake shirt and some TCC and Robots Ruin My Life stickers. Please be sure to check out robotsruinmylife.com. They are partners, merchandise sponsors, partners here with the Combot Collective. Awesome people. Check it out. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and go back to my main setup here. Really tempted to look at these matchups, but I got to be a good boy. I got to talk about everything else that we have to discuss here. So here. Like I said, not really storylines going on with these next few robots, but just machines to look out for. You know, we got a lot of robot combat to watch over the next couple of days. It would be wrong not to highlight some machines that we should really be keeping our eyes out on, and we got some winners right here. You know, sometimes I list fun machines and these robots to watch panels. Not this time, man. This time it's all about championship contenders, and one of these robots in Clyde, shit, already qualified for the finals, but we'll get to why they're a unique story heading into this one. First, we start off with Billy. We already talked about Billy a little bit during this stream, but this is where we're going to gush over it. West Coast powerhouse. We saw this robot win. What was the recent competition it took care of? I just had it written down. Jeez. I want to say it was the RCE championship. No, oh my gosh, I'm dumb. It was the Angry Vehicle competition. I literally said that verbatim. My apologies. Yes, very recent competition winner there. Angry Vehicle competition winner, Billy, 3-pound class, the largest of class at that AVC event. Billy really didn't have too much competition. It was pretty much the only big name in a valley of unproven and rookie beetleweights. So pretty easy championship there, but it's always good to be coming into an event like this, an event of the caliber of NHRL, especially the big 2-day event they do once a year. Come in here with some momentum, you know, very important thing. Oh my gosh, it says AVC 2023 winner on the card. I don't know how I missed that, but oh well. Big wheels, big undercutter, shades of Zadkill, who we've been talking a little bit about lately from Extreme Robots in the heavyweight class. Zadkill definitely took a little bit of inspiration from what Billy has to offer. Big blue wheels, little blue hat. I know Ethan Shipley from Broken Gears Robotics. That's another friend of the Combot Collective. He is a huge fan of Billy, so hopefully one of his numerous robots he brought to this event, we'll get the chance to fight him. You know, I know that would be something big for Ethan. So hopefully we can see that. Billy, though, probably a lot of people's pick to win this 3-pound championship. My pick is here. I'm not going to say who. Let's... oh, gosh. I'm alive. Morning voice. Love it. Then we got Clyde, who, like I already mentioned, I believe event before last has already qualified for the NHRL finals, had a really good top 3 run, I believe. And what was it? The March event that it happened on? But hey, entering this event, it was very uncertain that Clyde was even going to be able to compete. It was not able to compete at last month's event due to fire marshal issues. They were not able to get the go-ahead to use flame-throwing robots during the competition. It's why Hotshot was not able to compete. But as of yesterday, we heard it early yesterday from my buddy Jehovah that we're going to have flamethrowers. It's going to be hot inside the box this weekend. I'm super excited for it. Hot outside, hot inside the arena. That's what we like to see. So because of that, Clyde has been sitting on the waiting list. It's been in limbo. People have been wondering, is the flamethrower going to show up? Well, the flamethrower's showing up. It's here. It's no mixtape, of course. I can't wait to see mixtape again. But it's still a fantastic robot. Great fork game. Great drivers. WPI. I don't know why I listed them as Team Clyde. It's from WPI. They know how to drive that robot. Speaking of East Coast colleges in Massachusetts with high acclaim, though, let's talk about MIT here. G3 Robotics. In fact, geez, this isn't even about MIT anymore. This is about Jameson Go, our... Where's my saw blaze? Where's my saw blaze? Where's my giant nut? You know, Jameson Go. Geez, the whole BattleBots champion with Sawblaze. You know, I got my British robots up here still because I forgot to change my layout. Let's put Sawblaze front and center right there. Why not, right? Look at that. Sawblaze. I'm not Sawblaze, geez. Silent Spring. Yes, this is the first time. I might be incorrect here. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time Silent Spring has fought this year. Very excited about that. NHRL number 7 ranking. It is a former NHRL event champion on numerous occasions. Former NHRL annual champion, I want to say in 2020 or 2021. There isn't much that Jamison Go hasn't won in any class, whether it be 3 pound, 12 pound, 30 pound, or even apparently 250 pound. But he wants more. You know he wants more. He wants more golden dumpsters. He's trying to make a whole landfill in that place, probably. The G3 Robotics HQ, wherever that's set up. Very, very excited to see Silent Spring here, though. It's got the shuffling legs. It's got the weight advantage. It's got one of the deadliest horizontal spinners and small robots. Obviously, one of the best drivers, if not the best driver in the world, with Jamison Go behind the wheel. I mean, geez, get you a man that can do everything. That guy's winning championships with hammer saws, with vertical spinners, maybe with horizontal spinners. He's done it in the past. We'll have to see. So, yes, we got AVC champion, flamethrowing fire. Blah. So we got an AVC champion. We got a flamethrowing powerhouse officially confirmed to compete. We got the defending BattleBots champion, a newfound defending BattleBots champion showing up to NHRL. And this one's just a little bit of a hometown favorite for me. When I saw it was here, I had to gush over it. I had to be excited about it. Warhard, they're back inside the NHRL arena. Number 137 ranking, as you see on our stat picture right here. Just like Billy, this robot's coming in with a little bit of momentum. We talked about that robot recently on Robot Combat tonight. Warhard, actually the 3 pound champion at Robotica a couple months ago. Not a couple months ago, last month, end of May, over down in Houston. Warhard's own neck of the woods, their own stomping grounds. I mean, if you know me, guys, you know I'm a big Ranger fan. And even though I love Texas, I'm not much of a Houston guy. But I always make room in my heart for Team Juarez and what they do over there because, hey, father-son teams are awesome. Texas teams are awesome. And these guys could have easily given up after they built their one heavyweight for BattleBots, and that was that. But these guys have only made themselves better and better and better throughout every single year and every single competition they compete in. So you know I'm going to be cheering for them for every single fight, unless they fight Blackbird for whatever reason. That's just tough luck. I mean, you know, maybe one day we can hopefully see these guys in BattleBots again. I know that they are working on a heavyweight. They were trying to get a heavyweight into Robo Games. We'll have to see how it works on down the line for them. Another Texas robot, which I did not shout out when we. Jeez. Another Texas robot, which I did not shout out on the 30 pound page, which we'll be talking about later, is Squire, a DFW robot from Team Wildside Robotics, of course. Dragon Slayer from BattleBots 2021, same team. Pretty much a 30-pound version of Dragon Slayer we have with Squire here. It's a fantastic robot. It's already qualified for the finals, but they're looking for a better performance than the one they had in January where they lost Looney Tunes style to EVA, had both their wheels fly off at once. A little bit of redemption there, but that's all we're really going to talk about with Squire since obviously they're not on the page right here. But let's go back to our main thing. You know what? This is what we'll do. We're going to alternate from, you know, robots to look at to the fights. Let's talk about some fights here. Hop back and forth as we are now, I want to say a little over 24 minutes away from NHRL beginning their neck of the stream. Though I don't know if they're going to be starting immediately or not. I guess we'll just have to see with that. Let's see here. Close that out, close that out, close that out. Like I said, I had to prove to someone what color ominous was. Let's start looking at these 3-pound fights. See what we got here. So obviously we got a bunch of these boss bots waiting for opponents. Well, let's see. What interesting matchups do we have to talk about here and build up to the whole competition? We got Prom 3 fighting Money Shot, one of the robots with some of the best merchandise in the sport right now. I got to say that. That's going to be a fun matchup between veteran teams. The winner of that's going to take on Strider. Cemetery Drive versus Grim Ripper. Now, that's just a fun themed matchup right there, is it not? Just a battle of the undead. Cemetery Drive, if you missed it, last event is pretty much, as the team put it themselves, Crash Fest, but with cooler colors. It is a Crash Fest, but it's black and purple. Runs pretty well, got to admit. Grim Ripper, though, I told the team this, I want to say, during the last NHRL event where they made their debut. Big family team here with Grim Ripper. It is a fantastic looking robot. We're going to hopefully be talking a lot about this robot over the next few days here at the Combot Collective. You know how I do these streams, especially for the post-game stream. I always, take 10 robots from each class, and I focus on these 10 robots, and those are the robots that I will make my main, stream coverage focus be on. I'll write down rundowns of all their fights. I'll do all of that. Usually I try to keep it to pretty prominent, pretty big storyline robots, but I got to admit, one of the 10 I have for the Beetleweight class that I'm doing a lot of coverage on, hopefully, across this event, assuming they don't go out early, is Grim Ripper. It's a fantastic looking robot. Reminds me of robots from the old days, early Comedy Central BattleBots, early Robot Wars, with its unique shape, its unique weapon design. Great stuff. I really love Grim Ripper. Hopefully we can see it go far. If it wins this fight, though, it's got to take on Backlash Wave, and I feel like that's a kind of a tricky opponent for Grim Ripper. Got to admit, but we'll have to see how it goes down. What else do we have here in terms of, fights, names we recognize? Not too many. We got Uch Funt taking on Argon Lights. 2 veterans there. Hamshake versus ER Stingray 2. Hive Smashing versus Pensive Prosciutto. Pensive Prosciutto, another shuffling robot, which I am just a massive fan of. Probably my favorite ring spinner in the sport right now. That robot has a surprising amount of weapon power. Steel Mountain, the 3-pound version of, I guess 3-pound is the wrong term, the Beetleweight version of, my name brain ain't working, baby. Depth Charge. So, he's had some underwhelming matches with Steel Mountain for the first, few months that he's been trying to make this robot work out. But, maybe it gets cannon fodder. They'll get lucky, and that robot will be cannon fodder, though. If he wins that, he's got to take on Jetlag, the robot which won Motorama 2023, took home Motorama's Best Driver Award. That's not an easy opponent. Jetlag might very well qualify for the NHRL finals during this event. It would not surprise me at all. We got Stag Beetlebot taking on Chickenbot Pie. Winner of that's going to fight Silent Spring, so good luck, buddies. Sea Dragon's War taking on Wolf Pump. Winner of that's going to take on Voxel version 1. That's another tough draw for whoever wins that. Jack Catch and Warhard. My boy, what the fuck happened to my camera? Am I good? What the fuck happened to my camera? Alright. Are y'all seeing this? How's it look on y'all's screen? Well, that's bizarre and mildly worrying. Time out. I hope unplugging the camera doesn't, fuck it up. We were doing so good on the stream. Nothing was going wrong. And now it's all going wrong. I don't know if it's appearing on the stream. Oh yeah, no it is. That's very good. I don't know what's going on with the camera right now. This is a little worrying. Alright, well I'll be right back in a second. I'm going to pause this stream and I guess I'll come right back because I don't know what the fuck is going on with my camera, and hopefully my camera didn't just break.